Alright guys, well, welcome back. See behind me? Looks like a really nice day, doesn't it? We got a little moisture. It got super cold, we got snow, not a lot of rain, mostly snow, and it was a blizzard. But the wheat fields did catch it. It's still too early right now to know how the wheat fields have fared. I can tell you that they have gotten hurt a little bit, but overall I think they're going to be okay, but we're going to know in a week or so. I'm really happy though to have that moisture. I have no idea how much we really actually got. Snow is melting about as quick as it was coming down. Don't know how much rain we actually got, but it's wet when you walk across the field. So that part is good. But there it is, guys. The new combine. My new combine. New to me. 2388. I bought it there right before the end of the year. Got it. Really wasn't anticipating getting it, but it was a good enough deal. We went ahead and went for it. It's got around 4,500 hours on it, engine hours, and around I think 3,800 to 4,000 separator hours. I had to go up there and look again. So it's got a lot. I would say hour range is sitting about the same as the 1680. This is a much bigger combine than my 1680. I still have that one, but we're thinking of getting rid of it. And but this one I'm pretty excited about. We'll be running. I'm pretty happy. We got the newer cab, bigger grain bin, and all in all, a lot more horsepower. But there's a little work that needs to be done. Obviously all the oil change and everything. This combine's gotten a lot of new parts on it. Remember where to open this hat. Maybe. There we go. But got a little bit of work to do. A couple little bearings are out, I can tell. The main thing is, one, it needs to be switched over to wheat. But get all this out of the way. All the fun part. The main thing we're going to be doing today, is we're replacing these. Some of these augers aren't terrible, but they are pretty thin. That one's already starting to come, but a couple of the middle ones, you can kind of see down in there starting to break down. So I went ahead and just got all new. We need all new blocks here. You can see that. See the hole through there? That's not a good thing. I think all this pan is good. I didn't see that any holes or anything in it, as far as I know, but that doesn't mean there's not. Somewhere, I'm hoping not. But I think that's all good. I don't know, the time to replace it would be now, when all those augers are out. But so yeah, I have all those, and then we gotta switch it all over and be good to go. But here it is, guys. So let's get to work on it and see what we find out here. Alright, well guys, we finally got them out after working on it most of the afternoon. Got them all out. That's what they all look like. There's the new one. As you can see, this one looks pretty good. But the biggest thing is there's a couple of them that aren't bad. They're definitely getting sharp. Then that one was really bad, and that one over there, and I think it was this one was starting to do exactly what that one was, as far as just starting to break off. This one was a pain to get out, but definitely really wore there. The block, those honestly, all these could have ran longer, probably, especially for how much I'm going to use, probably most likely. But there's a pretty good gap, and wheat seed stuff will still fall out of that. Whereas here's the new one, it's a much tighter fit. So that's still a good deal there. So yeah, they kind of were difficult to come out, but got them out finally. Now we just got to replace the bearings up in the top there. Up. I should probably put this back before I forget it. Over here. Anyways, here, these bearings here basically is what they are. Those are the new ones. So these will go up in the top part where the sprockets were, where we were working at earlier. They go up there in those little holes. So we'll get those replaced and pulled out. Hopefully that won't take too long. And we can just start putting these new ones back up and in there. Who knows how long that's going to take, but shouldn't take too much. Alright, we got those bearings back in. So now, it basically means we should be able to theoretically, might be harder than I thought. Of course it is. Alright, well, figured that problem out. I tightened all those bearings. Shouldn't have done that. I should have put them in and left them loose. At least we figured that out. But so anybody that's working on a 2388 or probably even a 2188 or a 1680, leave those loose until you get them all put back up. Works much better. So, all right, let's get the other three in, and then yeah, we'll be able to start buttoning things back up. It's looking good. It's looking good. Alright guys, well, we're back. Got little buddy, KJ, helping me today. Yesterday, we were working on getting all this done. I didn't quite get them all put back in. It was real close, but ended up, didn't quite get it, so I came back this morning and finished it and got them all in. They're all fully put in. So there's the finished product, what they're looking like. All the bearings, new bearings, got all the gears tightened back up, and then all new blocks down here. So hopefully we should be good. I didn't see, and I checked it over and I debated, but I didn't see any holes in any of this pan work. So all this, so I felt we were really good there. Even though, I mean, it's been probably in there for just as long, and it probably is thin. So I might regret not doing that. I don't know. Because in order to replace that, you'll have to take all these out anyways. But it's good enough. We'll be fine. And honestly, the augers probably would have been fine too, but they were starting to get pretty thin. And this one that's all beat up, you definitely don't want them to get to that point, because then they don't come out of there like they're supposed to. And that makes it really hard too. So, but even with those, you know, they were so wore on the end here that wasn't going to work very good either. It was just still going to lose grain. But other than switching it over and changing oil, we're getting closer. Just I was inspecting it a little bit more and realized, oh, we got some more holes. So what you're looking at here is the grain pan. And it comes up, it goes here, replaces this piece here. As you can see, we're starting to get a few holes up in there, and a few dents going on. So I thought, well, maybe I can just patch it. But then I started poking and feeling, and I was like, oh, feels like it's all getting a little thin. So I didn't really want to replace that piece, but that's one of those pieces that's where all the grain goes to. All the clean grain runs through that before it makes it to the grain bin. And it's under the combine. When there's a hole there, it's a hard one to find sometimes. So, and you could lose a lot of grain before you did find it. So, went ahead and just got a new one. A lot of little bolts to try to take out, so I'm hoping that goes well. But I think it will. So we're gonna try to get that done now before we move on to switching it over. But overall, it's looking pretty good. I haven't found too many issues as far as major issues yet. So who knows? We might find some more when we actually get it in the field and start running it. But right now, we're replacing what we see and what we can fix. So let's get to this project and see how this goes. Here, guys, this is kind of this is the bottom sieve down here. This is the clean grain, so all the clean stuff comes down to this auger, which then goes up to the grain bin. You got the fan here that's blowing up through all the chaff as this is shaking and moving. But ultimately, it all goes through. This is the bottom sieve. There's a top one, a sieve above it, and so the clean stuff comes here, and all the trash gets blown out. But this is kind of how it looks like underneath. So, kind of cool. I don't think I've never opened one up like this. I know what it looks like because I've seen it through the top side, but not from the bottom side. So, kind of cool. All right, let's see if we can put it back in as easily as it came out. I got a feeling probably not, but what do you think, KJ? Can we get it back in okay?
Okay.
Okay, just okay? That's nothing more? It won't go in easy?
Welcome to Common Farms.
Well, that doesn't help us here. All right. All right, there it is. Looks good, doesn't it, KJ?
Yep.
Yep, you helped with the bolts, didn't you? We learned why we don't put those bolts on a certain way. But,
Yep.
all right, well, that shouldn't hopefully leak any grain for a while, a long while. All right, we'll put the brace back on and move on to something else.
Like what?
All right, guys. Well, I think we're nearing the end. Got some other things to go do. So, I'm going to leave the combine alone for a little bit. But, made good progress. Thought I'd have it all done, but at least we got the augers all done. And then that bottom pan. So, we just got to change the concaves. These from the corn to wheat ones, and change oil and fuel filters. I've already got the air filters all changed. Clean the cab and the windows. What else? I think that'll be it then. So, and then I'm gonna take my good tires off my 1680 and put over on this one. That way, I got good tires on here, and if I sell my 1680, they can have the bad tires. But otherwise, it's looking good. It's looking good. So, anyways, guys, the new machine for Carmen Farms, 2388. Definitely very excited to have it. Overall, I think it looks like a really good machine, but you know, everything wears out, so you got to work on it. But hopefully, it'll run solid and good for us, and not too many problems. It's my hope. But with that, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of the process of working on the combine. Hope you enjoyed seeing the new one. Hopefully, when you do have a wheat harvest, wheat still looks pretty good. But I'm going to give it a few more days to really make a good assessment, but I would say we're looking okay so far. But for now, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.